What's going on, everybody? It's John from Nassau Baits. I know you guys are all thinking, like, where has this guy been? It's been a while. Me and my family have moved to Sicily. I got orders here. So we've been here for the last year and a half, and we've loved it so far. We traveled all over Europe and just had a great experience so far. And we're here for 3 years, and I know I haven't uploaded anything or done anything to my channel, so you're probably thinking, like, where has this guy been? But over the past year and a half, we've been just traveling, and I've just been focusing on the family. So I really wanted to get back into making some videos and uploading some new content. But I figured I'd show you a rod and reel video. This is some new stuff that I've gotten in, some stuff I don't think I've ever showed on my last one. So I'll just jump into it. I don't want to make this a really long one, so because the upload speeds here are like really bad. The internet is really bad, so it's probably gonna take me all night to upload this video, so I'm gonna make it as short as possible. But to start out, one of my first, this is a newer rod. This is a Megabass Orochi. I don't know how to pronounce, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's a double X, and this is in the Swingfire, the Swingfire model. It's a 7'2", like cranking rod. It's a graphite / glass rod, so it's a little of both. I just got it. I've gotten really good. Everyone's said that, like, the reviews, and some friends say it's a really good rod. This line. So I decided to get one of the, or two of these actually, but this is, like I said, 7'2". I think it's a medium heavy. Doesn't say it on here, but and then I got it paired up with a Shimano Corrado K. This is the new one for this year. I haven't even spooled it, as you can see. So I need to get some line on this, but this is the 6.2 gear ratio. So this is going to be mainly for cranking. You can also use it for, spinner baits and your blade baits, stuff like that. So move on to the next one. It's the same Megabass rod, but it's a different model. This is the Tour Versatile. So this is like stuff you can use for. You can use it for spinner baits, jigs, worms. So I wanted something I could cover everything with. I didn't have to bring a bunch of rods. I could just use one and then switch the baits up. But this one's a 7 foot. I know this one's a medium heavy. This is a graphite rod. So really nice construction on these rods. It's got the I'm pretty sure it has the SIC guides, and then it's got a nice cork handle to it. But I have a Megabass IP79. This is a really sweet reel that Megabass makes. It's kind of like the old Zillion models that you get from Daiwa. So this is a 7.9 gear ratio, and I was going to use it for, jigs and worms and stuff. So and I think I have, like, I want to say 12-pound red label, cigar red label. But yeah, that's another one of the newer rods I got. Here's another one. This is a Chronos by Daiwa. It's a I think it came out last year, but this is 7 foot. This is like a cranking / jerkbait rod. It's a 7'1" medium action. So pretty nice. It's got EVA foam grips. And it's got a lot of play at the tip, so you can use the jerkbait really well with this rod. And I got paired up with a Shimano Aldebaran MG. This is a 5.8 to 1 gear ratio. So this is a sweet reel. Really compact, so it fits in my hand perfectly. I got small hands, so I'm going to use that for, like, small crankbaits and jerkbaits. So. Next, I've had this one for a while. I might have had it in other videos, but this is the Omen Black. The Omen Black. This is the 2nd generation. So I know a lot of people will say it's a cheap rod. I know it is, but I mean, I've had so many good times out in the water with this rod. The cork is really starting to show its age, but I use this for a spinnerbait rod. It's man, I've caught some good fish with it, and I've never had any problems with breaking or anything like that. I know a lot of people have given some bad reviews about it, but I have it paired up with a Daiwa SV103H. This is this came out 2 years ago or something. I think they're just continuing it, but it's like the old Zillion frame and everything. So it's 6.3, and then I've upgraded it with a what was it? A ZPI handle and knobs. So this is a great reel. I should have bought more of them before they discontinued him, but next we have another Chronos by Daiwa, and this is, I think this is the exact same. It's this exact same rod, just a little bit stiffer. So I use this for cranking. It's the Catching Concepts crankbait right there. But this one I have a Daiwa SPR Pixie. So this is another sweet reel for your finesse baits. So I use it for like small crankbaits and stuff. But it's kind of interesting. It's got the the tension knob right here, or the gears that you can switch it through, is only 2 positions. So it's kind of hard. You got to play with it a little bit. It's but it's, I don't know. It's worked out fine for me. It's got cool purple accents on it though. But it's a great little reel. I've only used it a couple times, but when I've used it, I've never had any backlash problems or anything like that. So it's pretty easy to dial in. Next, you have a Shimano Adrena, Poison Adrena. This is I think they discontinued these two. These are sweet rods. This is like a 7'2" medium heavy. This is a glass rod. So this is another cranking rod I use. Really launches a bait out there. I've used it with lipless baits and stuff like that, and I can really throw it out there pretty far. But it's got Spiral X like most of the rods now. It's really nice construction. I think it has SIC guides on it as well. But this is a pretty interesting handle too. It's got the EVA foam. I haven't taken the plastic off of it, but and it's got like, I don't even know what you would actually call this right here. It says carbon. Yeah, it's some kind of carbon or something, but really sweet rod. These are pretty expensive, but it's definitely worth the money. And then I have a Zillion SVTW on this rod. Excuse me. This is 6.3, so this is another cranking reel. It's perfect. And I was not a big fan of the TWS system. It's the T-Wing system by Daiwa. But I've never had any problems with backlashing with this thing. So I'm a true believer now of the TWS system. I don't know, sometimes I just think if this piece breaks, then it's just another piece you're gonna have to replace. So I only have one TWS reel, but it really is pretty sweet. So if you get a chance to buy one of those, you need to try it out. And then lastly, these are not all my rods. These are the only ones I brought here with me to Sicily. It's another Poison Adrena by Shimano. This is 6'10" medium, medium action. It feels more like a medium heavy. It's kind of stiffer than a medium. But I'm gonna use this as like a little jig rod. I got a Ned rig on here right now, but I'm telling you, these rods are pretty sweet. So if you get a chance to get your hands on one, I would definitely, grab it. This is I got it paired with a Daiwa SSSV. This is essentially a Steez reel, but they it's just an SS. They called it a SSSV, but I mean it almost looks exactly like it. Just doesn't have the Steez marking right here. But it's a great reel. This is a God, what was the gear ratio on this? I really cannot honestly remember what it was. It was like a 7 point something. Usually it says on there, but it doesn't say on this one. well, it says 103 SH, so I'm guessing that's a 6.3. But I've upgraded the knob, so it doesn't come with these red knobs, but I upgraded with the Daiwa logo and the red knobs. But this is a sweet setup for, you know, your jigs and your small worms, weightless Senkos, stuff like that. I know it was really short and brief, but I wanted to give you guys, just to show you I'm still out there. I really am going to try to get some footage of me going fishing at some lakes here on Sicily. I've scouted some places around here, so I really want to get my hands on a Italian bass. That's one on my that's on my bucket list since I'm here. I really want to catch an Italian bass before I leave here. And they are largemouth. They call them black bass out here. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below. Thanks.